Hey guys, I want to show you something. Johnny, it's trash day. And Johnny found this in the trash, man. Fucking driving home with all this shit on my truck. A nice lantern, old one, maybe. Couple of fucking funnels. You kidding me, man? Look at this. This shit was just laying on the side of the... I mean, it was in the guy's garage. He left the door open. I'm kidding. This is some old shit. I hope the guy didn't die in that house, man. See, wow, look at this. That's an old one. That's an old one. That's a nice wrench, man. Wow. Fucking A. This stuff was headed to the dump, Jackson. I'm gonna carry this around in my pocket. Just tell people I'm on the level. That's fucking cute, man. The first putty knife ever fucking made. It looked like a prison model. Yeah. A shank. Man, look at these. What's the story with these? Wow, this is one of those old screwdrivers, and the damn thing still works, man. Fucking A, y'all. Cold chisel. Punch. This is a good find, boys. Johnny fucking did good, and I really love the lantern. I have a bunch of lanterns, man, old ones. I was collecting them for a time, but he kind of tried to fix this with some plastic. I don't know, maybe that was the original. I'll have to research this and see how old it is. Looks pretty cool. All right, so I got to get to work today. I got to go to a job that I did a couple weeks ago. Customer I put the heater in 3 years ago. Customer called because they had no hot water. I got there, the ECO, electric cutout, was tripped, and I just reset it, tested the elements, and did a shitty job, basically. So I got to go back. It took 2 weeks, but it reared its head again. I've got a kit here. I'm just gonna rebuild the whole thing electrically. New elements, new thermostats. I have these kits, which are really nice. They're convenient, all in one, upper, lower thermostat, 2 elements, and washers. So I'm gonna go throw this in for this guy. Let me find my fucking element wrench. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Just back in here now. Cold King, you were right. You were right, my friend. He called it. He said, you're gonna be back there. Shit happens. It's a pretty big, you know, a lot of steps to test thermostats. I don't think I've ever done it in my life. I mean, I know what needs to be done, but I'm gonna bench test this one, the thermostats, when I pull them out. Do an ohms test on them, see what's going on. Just for general knowledge. But it might be another 30 fucking years before I get one. So I know where to find the information. It's like a lawyer or a plumber. You don't have to carry all of that shit in your head. Johnny's got way more, just a lot of things to think about besides how the procedure for testing a thermostat. I mean, I got to worry about what Donald Trump is doing to our country and the world every day. Johnny's back in the yellow. I haven't been on one of these in a long time. I'm feeling sunshiny. Let's go get him. I got a guy cleaning my pool. My pool lady fucking quit on me. I called her up and said, hey, when the fuck was the last time you were here? She started giving me some weird bullshit about she was talking to God. And God told her that she shouldn't work for me anymore. I was like, yeah. She said, you can send me the money you owe me. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, honey. You can tell your husband to pay you the money I owe you and send me the balance of what he owes me. The motherfucker came to my house 9 months ago, a year ago, took a $600 brand new remote control for my pool, drove off. He was supposed to go get a new one because this one was defective. He said it was defective, but it was brand new. I put it back in the box and he drove off with it. Never saw the motherfucker again. So I just texted her and said, you know, you take your money and have him send me the rest of mine. God bless you. Fucking A, man. It's a crazy day in America. She's a Trumper. She's one of them Christian Trumpers, you know. You know Trump, the guy who's violated all the fucking commandments. Virtueless motherfucker. Yeah, that guy. She voted for him. Her and her fucking daughter. And her husband. You know why? Because pool chemicals are too high. Fucking Joe Biden. There ain't one corner in this country that his crime family hasn't fucking gotten into. The Biden crime family. They just keep saying it over and over and over, and these dumb motherfuckers believe it. Believe that. Guys, this may be in the realm of too much information, TMI, but Johnny's going commando today. No fucking underwear on, man. I'm just letting the motherfucking balls breathe. I ran out of clean underwear that fit me, you know? The clean underwear I have left are just strangling me. The tighty whities will make you impotent. Yeah, you gotta get the boxer briefs. Stuck in traffic, guys, trying to get over onto Siesta Key. Great time to work on the fucking bridge. Who did Donald Trump anoint to be our, you know, transportation secretary? Bozo the fucking clown. Ay, 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 ay. I am the frito bandito. This is a great breakfast, guys. Lots of grease, salt. Gives you energy, man. It's good for you. Look at this guy. That's a fucking redneck. Happy as fuck, man. Boy's just singing about his dog, his truck, and a beer can. Let's see if we can't talk to this motherfucker. Come on, boy. I gotta say something to him, man. He's just an old country boy. Hey, man. Why are you so happy, bro?
Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
You're having a good time in a traffic jam, brother.
That's what life's all about, ain't it?
I think.
You gotta be happy.
Have a good one, bro.
Thank you, sir. You too. Have a great day.
Yeah. That motherfucker was singing at the top of his fucking lungs, man. I lost my keys in a fucking garbage bag. I fell on my ass. Look at that truck. I know why the fuck he's so happy. I know why he's so happy. The fucking orange Oompa Loompa is his president. Guys are literally in the middle of this disaster painting this fucking bridge. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, really? You hear the needle guns? Hey, that guy I was just fucking with, man, I think he might have been the guy who beat the fuck out of me. Look at this guy. Needle gun. Some of you guys know what a needle gun is. If you were in the Navy, you do. Needle gunning all fucking day for the fuck of it. Make yourself look like you're doing something. Oh, this drive's killing me. At least I ain't going to fucking Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Alright guys, so I'm here on this water heater. I was here a couple weeks ago and they had no hot water. There was a lot going on with the storm and electric. I came here and tested everything. Well, I tested the elements. So I'm back. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna fix this thing this time. Maybe. Okay. Okay, so I need to see if the power's on to this. I did tape a magnet to my meter. The magnet's too heavy. So the reset button is not tripped this time. We got 240. We got nothing. We got 240 down here. And he said the water's cold, so first thing I'm going to do is change these elements. My eyes are really hurting, but okay. So I just want to make sure the power is off. Which it is. It's off. Showing 0. Okay. So first thing I want to do is check this connection up here. This whip is extremely tight. I just want to make sure that these connections are good here and not showing any signs of heating up or anything. So I'm going to redo these connections. They look a little funky. I'm going to shut this valve off. And I'm going to get this thing under a vacuum. And I'm going to pull this top element without pumping the tank down. Kit here. So sometimes these things can be tough to get out, the elements. You gotta be able to slam it back in when you're doing this. I'm on the second floor. Let me bleed down the pressure. Alright guys, so I bled down the pressure And I need to crack this valve down here on the bottom. Unfortunately, there's not a way to get onto that. Get my wrench ready. That's what I'm missing. I dropped something on the way in here, and it must have been my wrench. Let me go get it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna have to put this hose on here to complete the process of getting this tank under a vacuum, because I can't get a bucket in there. So what you do is you open the valve. I bled the pressure off. Get this guy ready to go. I got my wrench there. So I need to open this valve. See, it's open now, and no water's coming out. That's because it's under a vacuum. So I'm going to close this and take my wrench. Wow. Johnny is either getting very weak. Okay, so I've got my scale build up on that element. That's the problem. That thing never probably never kicked on. Okay, so that was a little more water than I wanted to come out of this, but we're all good. So now I need to do the same thing again. Close this. Yank this bottom one. Get this one ready. You always want to check and make sure you got the gasket. It's glug-glugging. I can hear it. guys. That's good, the water didn't go through. My blankie. Okay. So because I'm on a callback and I just want to be safe, I want to make sure that this thing is working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out the thermostats, basically. And really, for the money that these things cost, it's worth it to do that. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of time. I'm gonna ohms test this again, this element, because it came up good on the ohms test when I came here the first time, but I want to see if it was a false reading. Off the tank. Okay, let me put this down here. I'll get you a little better shot. I'm going to change this thermostat now. There are just little clips holding this thing up against the tank. Do one side at a time. Ow. Easier said than fucking done. Son of a bitch. Scooby-Doo. So I'm gonna bench test both of these, make sure they're good. Or see what the problem was, basically. You can probably tell I haven't done this many times. Like I said, this stuff is very reliable. Okay, you just want to make sure that that's seated really good, guys. Up against the tank and in the clips, which it is. That's right where I want it. Alright, so I want to make sure this is set at 125. Alright, so let's take this top one off. It's tight, man. There's not a whole lot of room in there to do this, but let's see. Get this one side off first. heat on in here for me. It's fucking one side, don't want to jump on there. People, man, they're fucking, I'm sweating my fucking balls off in this fucking house, man. Fucking tight ones. Okay. So I gotta go get a couple more. I'm gonna go get another rag, and I'm gonna get some more wire nuts. They've got stranded wire coming from the whip is stranded wire. I know, you should have Wagos. Fuck. Leave me alone. What the fuck, man? Fucking batteries. My battery just died on the camera. I replaced that. 2 seconds later, the battery on my light burned out. Son of a bitch. Some days I just feel like crying. Skibidi. So guys, I look at a job like this, you know, literally, I put in hundreds of water heaters without a callback, and I just look at the big picture on something like this, that, you know, if you divide this time and the cost by the amount of water heaters I put in, Johnny ain't crying over this, you know what I'm saying? It's part of the game, Jackson. I don't think that this water heater was defective. I think it had absolutely something to do with the power being on and off. But we're not going to get into a pissing match. I am going to see how much I charged him the last time I was here. If I charged him $100, he's paying me for the whole service call. Look at how tight that is, guys. Wow. Crazy, man. So I'm going to throw the power on and test this. It is a cold heater, so that upper thermostat should kick on. I mean that upper element. Let me get it going. So she's on. I can hear it. Yeah, it's got 240 going to that top element. It's working properly. I just need to make sure that this is set at the right temperature. Both of them need to be the same. So, being very careful not to electrocute myself. I'm just drying this up. And I'll get this water out of the pan that's in there. There's a little bit in there. Alright guys, so that's it, man. Scooby-Doo. Oh, Jackson, I gotta turn the fucking water back on. The water level probably dropped. Definitely didn't drop below that element with the amount of water that I let come out. I didn't let it come out. It came out on its own. It ain't easy being street tell this guy, I said, hey man, it's fucking hot as fuck in here, and he just laughs at me. Prick. Scooby-Dooby. When I squeezed that insulation, a drip of water came out of it just to scare me, you know. So we're gonna go out on the truck and do a couple tests on these elements. Ba 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 ba. Do-do-do-do-do. I gotta say, man, for 3 years old, they're pretty crusty, man. So guys, if you have a hose attached to the water heater with the valve open, if you want to know how high the water is in the tank, just hold the end of the hose up until it stops running. Water's going to seek its own level. It's like a water level. Most of you probably know that. That was for the guys who don't know it. Okay. Johnny's Incompetent Plumbing. Can I help you? Yeah. Yeah. You'll be fine. There's water dripping out of this fucking thing, and I'm not really unless I check it. It's probably nothing. Yeah, it's dry. Get all this scale popped off of those things. Hey, bud. Sir?
Got it?
Yeah, I just want to know, can you look up in your checkbook and see what I charged you the last time I was here? I think I charged you $100.
Yeah, you did.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to pay me for the whole service call. I replaced everything on this. I replaced 2 elements in the upper and lower thermostat. The problem was the lower element. It's blown up. I'll show it to you. But this is not, that's not a problem with the water heater. You know what I'm saying? It's not a warranty issue. So I'm going to give you, I'm just charging you for the standard fee for coming out. But this is your lower element.
Okay.
So you got all new guts in there, everything. 2 elements and the upper thermostat and the lower thermostat's in here too. So it's gonna be $50, my friend.
Okay.
That's what I put in there.
All right. Would it have been easier just to put in a new hot water tank?
The hot water tank is not bad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you replace a water heater when it's leaking.
So everything's basically brand new on it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you want, 50?
Or 100, whatever you feel, you know. I mean, I do accept gratuity.
Okay.
He's like, okay, I'll give you 50. Good Lord, it's doggy dog out here. Doggy dog. I love the guys who say that. It's doggy dog. Ba 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 da da. Yowza. So all that noise that was going on when I started it up the first time was because of all the calcium built up in only 3 years. I don't know what kind of water the quality of the water, but there was a lot of buildup on these elements.
Yeah, there is.
That's only 3 years. Well, it's from the day I put it in, whatever that was. So I'm all done here, guys. My solution to this problem was overkill, but I just didn't want to have to come back here again for anything. And I'll be honest with you, with this guy, he's a tightwad. He has no personality. I don't like the guy, to be honest with you. And contractually, I don't owe this guy anything. You know what I mean? So next time he calls me, I mean, he saw what I did to that heater. It should have been a lot more. It wasn't Ream's fault that, you know, we got hit by a hurricane and things are blowing up all over the fucking place. He's like, well, wouldn't it have been cheaper just to put a new one in? Yeah, right, pal. In this fucking sweat box while you're fucking sitting there watching Fox News. So anyways, I'm done with this guy. If he's got a problem with anything on that water heater, he needs to call somebody else, because he gave me a check for $50. I told him, you know, you owe me $50, which didn't even include the parts. That was just my standard hour labor rate, and a trip charge. I didn't even charge him. I mean, there's no way that element was burned out 2 weeks ago when I got here. I ohm tested it and it came out 12.4. I have the video of it. Unfortunately, it's burned up. I don't know what caused that. The reset button on the thermostat was not tripped. On the thermostat was in there. So I don't know what happened to that element, what caused it to blow like that. I know that there's a lot of shit on those scale on those damn elements, man. For a water heater that's only 3 years old, that's a lot. But you know, some people, if they rub you the wrong way and you're in business for yourself, you can't keep all the people happy all the time, and that includes yourself. So if you're working for somebody that just rubs you the fucking wrong way, don't put yourself through it, man. Just fucking block their number. Call somebody else. Unless you owe it to them, unless you're, you know, you gotta stand behind your work. But I just didn't like the guy, man. And the fucking Fox News in the background just pushed me over the edge. Just, you know, he likes Donald Trump, man. That is just fucked up. What kind of person does that? What kind of person loves Donald Trump? I don't get it. So I need to go back to the house where I repiped the actual building. It's not a house. And I left my hat, my sunglasses, a pair of cheap sunglasses, and a sweater. What the fuck are you looking at, eh? I beat the horn because this guy's in front of me texting, and then some guy who looks like he's from fucking New York. He's like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Who you peeping at? Not you, you fucking goomba. Yeehaw! Johnny's in rear form, man. I need the rest of the day off. I'm gonna go buy some linens from my Airbnb. Hey, the guy who was in there, he left early. So guess what Johnny did last night? I told the fucking amigo, I said, hey man, go sleep in a fucking bed, you know? I said, you go in there, man. I think he can sleep there again tonight. I don't have a guest coming in till tomorrow. But the guy who was in there, another guy from New Jersey, he's like, hey y'all, I got to Mobile, Alabama, and I realize I have your fucking remote control from your TV. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Anthony? Come on! I gotta make excuses for this fucking goomba. You Italian guys, don't get upset, man. I'm just fucking around, you know. I know you guys hate Irish people. I'm Irish. What the fuck? It goes both ways. So, when I was running my dogs this morning, I saw a pool guy doing one of my neighbor's houses. I said, hey man, I need a fucking emergency pool clean. I'll give you 50 bucks, man. He ran over there, fucking whipped that bitch into shape. Crystal clear, chemicals are right. It's all good in the hood. Fuck my old pool company. They never cleaned my filter anyways. Almost every time they left, I had to go clean the filter myself. What the fuck, man? That's what I pay them for. So don't let the door hit you in the ass, old pool company. Send me my money, y'all.